Good morning, good morning. It is another hot one, guys. We're hanging out right now just in a parking lot, obviously, so we can chat a little bit before we hit the road. It is a 10 a.m. stream. Good morning on this Wednesday. What month is it? Man, everything's all messed up, right? It is, look at back camera. I love all these cameras all over the place because we could see everything. Like, look at this. Come on. It doesn't get better than this. Oh, did I lose a camera? I think I lost a camera, guys. We're going to have to figure that one out at some point. But this is the one I'm looking for. Good morning. Good morning. It is July 17th, 10:02 in the morning, and you're joining me right here. I'm not sure why the producer decided to throw a clown up, unless they're calling me the clown this morning. But we're hanging out here. And the topic of today, this is a good one. I'm in a good mood. I'm a little too hyped, so I'm going to try to be aware of that. I've had way too much caffeine this morning. Got to speak to an amazing group of people this morning right after the morning show. If you got to watch the morning show this morning, we had so much fun. We laughed real hard. I was all over the place because I couldn't get off the screen at one point in time. It was kind of funny. And then after the show, I went out here to Seminole County, and I got to speak to the Sanford Chamber of Commerce and let them know all the great things we're doing at New 6 and a little bit about my career. So that was a really awesome way to start the day. And now we're going to talk about merging, right-of-way, who technically needs to obey who. Who's stopping for who, right? But there are a few things we need to talk about before we get there. So let's hit the road. Let's go for a nice drive here this morning. My truck's reading 89 degrees currently, and that's hot. I'm over here on the north end of Seminole County, and this is one of their large bus stop depots off of 1792, just south of 417. It's kind of strategic that I was already over here, and then, of course, I was thinking, where do we have the opportunity for different types of ramps and things like that? And this was the good area. So I came over here, and we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about lane changing, because that also contributes to proper merging. We're going to talk about proper merging. And then we're going to talk about the combination on who has to yield to who. Okay? So first and foremost, let's talk about the polite stuff out here, right? So as you come out here and you're driving, you should be situationally aware all the time, okay? If you can help somebody out, maybe help them out. And I want to start today by saying that, because yes, there are rules to the road, but yet there's also common courtesy. There's a vibe to what we are doing out here. And I really think if you come out here with the intentions of being a kind driver, then you'll be good to go. Ooh, I got Sanford Police Department sneaking up on me over here. That cruiser is hot, guys. That's a brand new patrol car. Brand new. Looking good. Sorry, guys. Y'all already know, I get cheesed out with cars, hence why Results 1 is so gorgeous. That is brand spanking new. That is a police interceptor built specifically for law enforcement. Usually it comes as the flex fuel all-wheel drive with a better suspension and upgraded brakes. That baby cooks. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Get me a nice car, and I'll be talking about it all the time. So, politeness, right? Being out on the road and understanding that there are a set of rules, but yet if you come out here and you're kind and you're aware, your driving experience could be so much better, okay? So cutting people off, using your turning signal, just because there is space doesn't mean you should be putting your car there. Maybe that's a good buffer space between you and another vehicle. What else that would be courteous? Coming out here before you leave, say, one of these shops that are along 1792, and properly stopping before you get right up on the roadway. Like that vehicle right there that's coming out, that red SUV. Great way to stop. Why? They're stopping before the sidewalk, and then they're coming on out. it's not like you're coming all the way out, because what does that do? That would scare me, right? So being kind and knowing the rules can really go a long way. All right, so we're going to get on here from 417. We're going to hop on 417 northbound. And the first thing we're going to do before we get into the main nuts and bolts of what we're talking about today, merging, proper merging. So I'm in a merge lane, right? So it's my responsibility to get myself over, turning signal, get on over. There's a reason. Why? Because they are closing down all the cash lanes. So make sure you get those transponders, or they're just going to send you something in the mail. So we'll go through here nice and slow, 25 mile an hour. We'll slow down a little bit, and we will cruise through. So I'm going to catch up to speed as we're talking step one, proper merging here. So we're doing a multi-combo here. So we're going to come up here in the turn, hug the turn. You want to get close to that right-hand side. If you're driving on 417, what's the speed limit? 70 miles an hour. Merging into a 70 at 35, 40 miles an hour is just not going to work, right? So you want to get up to speed. This is your opportunity. Get on the gas. I'm at 65 already. Turning signal. I know this lane's going to end soon. I'm at 70. Guess what? I'm merging in right at the speed limit, guys. One of the biggest contributors to traffic and really minor, sometimes serious crashes is when people don't get up to speed, and you're thinking that, oh, it's okay, they're going to slow down. That's not their responsibility. It is your responsibility as the merging driver. You're merging into their right-of-way to get up to the current speed limit. You're going to end up slowing things down. You're going to end up really causing some stress on the road. And unfortunately, you could cause a serious crash. So, all right, we've merged onto the highway, right? We're on 417 North, coming up on, where was the next road? Lake Mary Boulevard. And we're just going to cruise here. I'm doing a little under at the moment, but it's all right. We're going to let traffic go by. I can see a line of traffic coming behind me. So why would I slide over? If I know I'm not going to go over the speed limit, I'm going to let those cars just keep on doing their thing. I'm at a comfortable place. All right? You do not need to be hanging out in that left lane, and you should be pulled over for it. So, all right, we're back northbound, passing exit 52, which is Lake. What is 52? Oh, that's 46A. Excuse me, H.E. Thomas. H.E. Thomas, obviously named after a deputy in Seminole County killed in the line of duty. All right, talking about merging. Let's talk about this. Here we go. From the flip side now, as a driver heading northbound, good thing there's no cars because we're just talking about it. Say a car is right there, right? It is their job to yield to me. I'm going to keep going. So if they end up running out of road, not my problem. According to the law, it's not my problem. So if you were going northbound and that car came on over and caused a major slowdown and all that stuff, technically, as the words are written, they're in the wrong. But let's be real here, okay? Let's talk about this. Because how often have you been driving and you go to merge and you're doing your best? You're really trying. You're putting in a day's work trying to merge onto traffic. You've listened to Trooper Steve on patrol. You've listened to Ask Trooper Steve. You're watching News 6 where we're always talking about traffic safety. And you've heard, man, it's so dumb of me to merge over at 35 into a 70, so I'm going to get up to speed. Or even 55 miles an hour. What are you doing 30 like on I-4? And then you do everything you're supposed to do to make things good for that other driver, and then they speed up. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? It's like, who cares if they got in front of you? You have thousands of cars in front of you. It's really weird to me. So let's go back and let's talk about this. We're going to exit here at Reinhardt, exit 54. So these yellow signs, they are letting you know that is the speed you should be doing on this, because it's the safest max speed out here. And obviously the ramp is coming to an end. So you want to make sure you are obeying that. If you're joining us this morning, I appreciate you being here. What time is it? It is 10:12 on July 17th, and we're talking about merging politely, the do's, the don'ts, what the law says, and what you should be doing, because I think we contribute to our problems so often, and then you're yelling at someone else when you could have just let them in. I don't understand why we take this stuff so personal, and we could answer our own questions when we're submitting them. So I am going to go a different route now, and we're going to take Reinhardt up to 46, head west on 46, and then head west on I-4, because there are a few different interchanges there that get a little interesting. And we'll probably about 3 different style of merges, and then we'll wrap this up for today. So what did we talk about so far? We talked about if you are in the main line, you technically, that's yours. You own that road. If someone was to dive bomb into my travel lane right here, that's a big no-no. Okay? You can get into a lot of trouble. Or, oh, I just had a light bulb moment. So you know those, oh my gosh, this is what happens with these live segment guys. It just clicks. There was a completely another part of this that we were supposed to be talking about. A whole nother part. And I'm going to show you up here. So let's get up a little further. Make sure you always keep a safe distance. And when you stop, guys, I'm going to show it. You want to make sure, this is a big rule of thumb. Big rule of thumb I tell people. Chick-fil-A sounds so good. You want to make sure that you can see the tires of the vehicle in front of you. When you're at a complete stop, not when you're driving, you need more distance, but like here. I want to make sure I stop so I can see the tires. Why? It gives me a path to escape. You know, in today's society, things are really weird. You want to make sure you can get out of Dodge, okay? Or, if you're impacted from behind, you don't strike the vehicle in front of you. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to hop on I-4, talk merge one more time. We'll exit at like 46A, and then we're going to talk about one other thing, and we'll wrap this up. And it's something that my fist automatically started doing this, see? It's my traffic stress, and you see what happens? Those drivers that are like hanging out in a lane and they want to get in your lane, so they sit in that lane and hold everything up, and everyone's blood pressure starts to go through the roof, and they think they can just sit there because they messed up. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can feel it. 100% feel it. All right, let's get over, because we're going to go west on I-4 here. This is the crazy portion of Seminole County and I-4. A lot of traffic out here. So you want to make sure you're driving safe, keeping that safe distance. And for those other drivers, if I have a safe distance in front of me, it's not for you. It is not for you. Okay? And so I don't smack the guy in front of me. All right, let's head on to I-4. If you're joining real quick, this is what we're going to do. We're going to show proper merge in a few different ways. And then we're going to exit and talk about those individuals who think they can just hold up a lane because they made a mistake. All right, so here we go. 46, State Road 46 in Seminole, and we are getting on to I-4 westbound. I'm at 30 miles an hour on the ramp here. I'm hugging the inside lane, positive control of the steering wheel, and I'm maintaining acceleration. You want to maintain in the curves here, guys. Too many of you guys slow down, and then the ripple, and then ultimately you can never get up to speed. So you want to stay on the accelerator and just maintain a good speed and pressure. I'm not talking ride boat the brake. You shouldn't have to do that. See, we just talk about random stuff all day, and this is what we do. All right, so we're getting on. So what am I aware of right now? I'm aware that there's a right lane going to be joining me here shortly. So I need to make sure I watch out for them. I have now 2 travel lanes to my left entering my area, and I'm not even on I-4 yet. This is part of that new expansion up here where 429 comes in, the West Beltway, the Southwest Beltway. So we're going to sit here for a second because things are getting confusing and drivers are being a little clownish. We get up to speed. We're up to speed. We're up to speed. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking ahead. What are the signs saying? I'm okay for right now, but I want to get a 46A. I'm not currently in the 46A travel lane. So we want to get up to speed because this Camry back here, turning signal. I'm going to come on over. And we're here. So I'm going to sit here, guys, and I'm going to wait. There is no reason that I need to start darting over, but I waited. So here, we're going to watch what happens here in front of us. This right lane's going to end here in a second. And look at, what are we doing? We have a circus. All right. So that Kia is going to try to pass. Look at it. Watch. Is it going to be a clown? Is it? No official clown. No official clown. Technically, as that Kia comes over, turning signal should be on. You're indicating you're coming into my lane. Okay? Good thing about the Kia. Let's not criticize it completely. All right? What was one of the good things? It was up to speed while it came in. We never saw the Kia even touch its brakes. So that allowed no disruption in traffic. That's what we should be doing. Maybe not using it as a passing lane, but you know what I'm talking about. We talked about that. Asked Trooper Steve the other day. So let's exit here. And then we're going to exit out here at the 101. Hug the curb, maintain accelerator in your off ramps like this. There's no reason to get on the brakes. Positive control of the steering wheel. Okay, we're gonna head right, east on 46A. I'm gonna take this lane. Can I make a right on red here? Look around. Look around, look around, look around. I stopped at the stop bar, I look left, I look right, everything's clear. I can pull up a little bit further and we can go. Look at that. Butter. All right. So we talked about merging politely. Before we end this real quick, we're going to talk about one more thing. Okay? One more thing. I'm in such a good mood. Like music is coming to my head when I'm saying certain lines. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, that scared me. I'm not going to tell you what song, but just yet. Okay, here. This is a good one. We're in a straight through lane. I'm going to get behind this Durango to show this. Technically, this is what we're going to talk about. There's no traffic around, so we're going to do this quickly. I'm eastbound 46A at Reinhardt Road. I'm in the left through lane. There are 2 lanes that continue to go east, right? See that safety zone in my left? No cars should ever be there. Those 2 to my left are 2 turning lanes, all right? You with me? Here we go. If my light was to go green and I just realized I need to make a left, I cannot just turn my vehicle and wait for traffic to go and hold up everyone here sitting behind me. That's obstruction of a travel lane, and you're pushing your way into traffic at that point. You're forcing someone to give you the right of way. Big no-no. What you need to do is just continue down the road, make a U-turn, and go on. Suck up the 2-minute penalty that you caused yourself and go on. That could cost you guys, I think here in Seminole County, it's $164 and 3 points on your driver's license for obstructing a travel lane like that. Don't make your traffic mistake everyone else's traffic mistake out here, because that's when people get ornery. On the flip end, that is also a moving violation if you were to merge into traffic and slow everyone down. Boom, $164 ticket. Okay, so with that said, I appreciate you guys joining me today. I thought this was pretty good, very self-explanatory, but when we get to do it like this, demonstrate, show, get a little emotion involved, and give you examples, because I know you guys have done this stuff before. Make sure you're getting up to speed before you merge. Make sure you are focused on everything around you, front, back, side to side, and you're using your turning signals. It's the little stuff that cause the big mistakes, all right? So, you guys have an amazing Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Stay hydrated. Please drive safely. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.